and welcome back to your mat. My name is Jillian and I'm honored to guide you through this practice. We'll begin this practice laying on our backs so you can make your way there when you're ready. There's going to be a focus on the neck and the shoulders, so if you have an office job or if you hold a lot of stress in your neck and shoulders, then this will be a really great release. Many of which of these poses you can do on a regular basis. So I invite you to start tuning into your breath now. Starting to lengthen your inhales and exhales. Breathe awareness into the neck and the shoulders. Notice what's prominent, what exists there. And taking this moment right now to set an intention to honor your body, especially the neck and the shoulders right now. To accept them as they are. And to think of this class as just a little bit of a loving gratitude towards it. With the left leg extended long, take the right knee across the body into a twist. And then start to circle your right arm. Allow your arm to be heavy so you can get into the entire joint. And then circle the arm in the other way. Okay, allow the arm to relax down. And slowly start to lift the right leg back up. Step both feet to the mat so your hips will be neutral. And then extend your right leg long. Take the left knee across the chest. Stay grounded through your right shoulder. And then start to circle the left arm. Allow the arm to be pulled and weighed down by gravity. And circle the arm in the other way. Notice any differences from side to side. Now you can open the left arm, take a couple more breaths in your twist. Breathing deep through the entire torso. And slowly return. Extend both legs long, reach your arms overhead. Breathe into a big stretch. Yawning if you need to yawn. And bring your arms to your sides, roll over onto the right side body, and press yourself up, come into a child's pose. Melting into this posture, allowing the hips to settle. You're welcome to come up onto the fingertips, reaching the elbows off the mat to really find length. Breathe into the neck and the shoulders, the sides. And gently pull yourself up a little bit. We're going to come into puppy pose. Bring the knees under the hips and slide forward onto your forearms, your forehead, your chin, or your chest. Keeping the hips lifted away from the knees. If you need to, you can always bend the elbows if it's feeling really tight in the shoulders. Good. Press down through your palms. And you can either press up onto your forearms or slither all the way down onto your belly. Come into Sphinx pose. Allowing the hips to settle, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. This is going to be the most intense variation. So instead of bringing your elbows closer to you, slide them further away from you. Wiggle into the hips, finding a little bit of activation in the legs. Press through the elbows so you're not reaching the shoulders up to the ears. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and allow the belly to sink a little closer to the mat. Turn your gaze to the right and to the left. Good. Now allow your chin to drop down towards the center of your chest, rolling it down slowly and over to the right shoulder. Back down across the chest, over to the left shoulder. Do this as slowly as you need to. You're welcome to also bring the head up and around, only if there's no pain. Go in both directions. And come back through center. Open your elbows and start to lower your entire chest down to the mat, dropping your right ear to the ground. Open your right arm out into a T. If you need to, slide your hand closer to your hip to release the stretch. And then you can press into the left hand, start to lift yourself onto the right side body. You're welcome to slide the knee down to the mat, or you can tap the toes all the way back behind you and letting the left arm float behind your back as well. And gently return the left hand to the mat and come onto your belly. Taking it to the other side, open the left arm, press down to the right hand, and open onto your right. And return the left hand to the mat and start to come onto your belly. Place your hands under your shoulders and lift up into a cobra pose. Slide your right arm under the chest, just a little bit to start, and then bring your left arm over towards the right, making sure the left arm is stacked on top of it. And see if you can let the head relax maybe onto the biceps. If it's too much, slide your wrists closer together. Breathe in between the shoulder blades, into the fronts of the shoulders. Where else can you feel this posture? Slowly lift up and we'll switch the sides, bringing your right arm in front of the left. Settle back into where you need to be. Pull your wrists further away from each other and start to carefully lift yourself back up. Bring your knees under your hips and then sink back into a closed-legged child's pose. Round the entire back body and then bring your hands behind you, reaching for the toes. We'll take an option of rabbit pose. Start to lift the hips coming onto the top of the head, being very, very mindful of the neck. You can interlace the hands into a fist if that feels good to get a deeper stretch in the shoulders. Slowly rise up, release the fist. Go ahead and take a comfortable seat, however that looks like to you. Maybe it's sitting on a block or a pillow. Sitting up nice and tall, start to roll the shoulders up to the ears and down the back. Doing this a couple of times. You can switch the direction. You can do one shoulder at a time, going in both directions. With your next deep breath in, reach your shoulders up towards your ears and hold them there. When you exhale, side out, drop the shoulders. We'll do it again. Inhale. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Good. Once more. Inhale. Squeeze, squeeze, and release. Sigh it out. Inhale, pull the shoulders back as far as you can. Press forward with the chest, the rib cage. Exhale, reverse. Bring your shoulders forward and your rib cage back. Finding these cat and cows. Pressing through the middle of the spine. You're welcome to invite the arms into this. So your inhale, you'll pull them back, swim forward. And your exhale, you'll reach them in front of you, rounding back. At the end of your next exhale, you can come back to a neutral spine. Bring your right hand on top of the left, bend the fingers, and find this bear grip mudra. Pulling your hands away from one another. Start to stir the chin around in a circle. So you'll push the chin in front of you and draw it around. It may look or feel a little bit funny. Just breathe through it and notice the tiny little sensations and where you feel them. In the shoulders, the neck. Switch up the direction of your circles. And also switch up your hands so that the left hand is on top and your right hand is underneath. Come back to stillness. Release the mudra. Bring the back of the right hand to the middle of the back, and then bring your right hand to the back of the head or the neck. Lifting up really tall through the spine, breathe in. Breathe out, twist towards the right. Breathe into the front of the right shoulder. Turn through center and switch the hands. The right hand comes to the top of the head and your left hand comes to the middle of the back. And you twist towards the left. Come back through center. And release your hands back down. Take a breath in. And drop your right ear to your right shoulder, breath out. Bring your hands into a fist behind the back and take the hands over to the right hip. Breathe into the left side of the neck and the shoulder. And lift the chin and lower the chin. Lifting it up, pulling through the front of the neck. Dropping your chin back to your shoulder. Pausing anywhere you may like, anywhere you're holding extra tension. just take this to the other side. Lift the head, bring the fist to the left hip, and the left ear falls down. You can stay in stillness, or you can gently bring the chin down towards the shoulder and then lift it back up a couple of times. Pausing at any time. Release the fingers and bring your head back through center. Rest your hands on your thighs and just take a deep breath in. Feel your chest rise. And softly let the breath go. Lower your chin down to your chest, allowing the head to be heavy here. Where do you feel the sensations reaching? Lift the head and let the head fall back. Option to bring your peace fingers to the chin, gently finding length through the jaw. Come back to a neutral position, letting your head float comfortably on top of your shoulders on top of your hips. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, your upper body, with the inhales and exhales. Notice any changes from the start of your practice to where you are now. Sending love and gratitude to your neck, to your shoulders, for all the things they do for you. Let's take a deep breath in and reach your arms up overhead, palms touch. And exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center. The light in me sees, acknowledges, and honors the light in you, and knows that they are the same. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you liked it, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next class.